start.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Javed Omar, and here is my another group mate is Abdullah Al Noman. So today we are gonna talk about our project. So firstly, one thing to clarify that we couldn't make our Proteus 3D simulation because we tried from three different sources, including search suggested videos from Bugs, and we tried to contact it with Kafi sir several times, and he suggested us some things. But main problem is we couldn't add Arduino library in our Proteus, and we tried to seek help from our friends and from YouTube videos, but nothing worked. So we couldn't make our Proteus 3D simulation. So I guess I hope Sir will understand our case, and he will consider our this situation, because in this Corona pandemic we couldn't meet with each other. So I hope Sir will give us a fair shot and fair marks. So our proposed project is digital system to control agricultural things. Uh, we all know that Bangladesh is an agricultural country, and there are a lot of rivers in our country. So basically, our Bangladesh is a predominantly an agricultural country where agriculture sector plays a vital role in accelerating the economic growth. It is therefore important to have a profitable, sustainable, and environment-friendly agricultural system in order to ensure long-term food security for people. So, agriculture is the second highest source of GDP, and in our country, 63% of people's livelihood depends on it. So we can see every day our farmers are facing a lot of problems such as environmental disasters, electricity problems. Sometimes thieves are stealing their crops. So that's why at the end of the harvesting season, they are not getting their expected crops. So to resolve this sort of problem, we are proposing a digital system for agriculture, because we need to digitalize our agricultural system. We need to use a new technology, because worlds are moving towards technology or IoT, which is new in this time, where everything will be connected with each other. Our digital agricultural system monitors plants and crops with the help of several sensors. We used four sensors in here, which are for measuring the ambient temperature and humidity. We used DHT11. And another sensors for measuring water level of the crops is, if sensor can sense that water is needed, it will turn on the servo motor, which can distribute the water to any direction. So nobody has to turn on the pump, and it will turn automatically. We know that we have to wait for if electricity has come or not, then farmers will go to the motor and turn it on. But right now we don't have to do that. Just sensor will do this job for you. And another sensor is moisture of the soil. If the ambient temperature is too hot and the soil moisture level is low, then the water pump is turned on by the Arduino controller to provide water to the crops. Okay, the another one is to detect any unauthorized entry by radio frequency identification sensor, which is RFID. Okay, we talked about that thieves is another thing that prevent uh, farmers to get their expected result. So if there is an entry of an unauthorized person, which is fingerprint is mismatched with the fingerprint stored in our database, then the buzzer will get turned on. So the system monitors the sensor values and water the soils which is necessary. A Wi-Fi module is interfaced with the Arduino, and the sensor values are sent to the mobile application through Wi-Fi connection. These values, which are sent to the user application, are updated after every hour, so no thieves can steal from our farmers. We can say this system reduces use of manpower, so as it can be controlled remotely through the mobile application, so we can say it will save a lot of money. So now I will invite my friends to talk about the rest of the part.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, sir. I'm Mohammad Abdullah Al Noman. I'm going to present the proposed system, then the system design and conclusion of this project. So in the proper system, about the proper system, before knowing about that, we should know in our country, farmers are not that much able to measure that measure the exact condition of the soil. As a result, sometimes they water it too much or leave it dry. If that happens, all crops usually get ruined. But if they have a proper measurement tool, it can prevent them from making such mistakes. One more thing is our farmers are normally illiterate, so they can't actually understand the measurement and all. In that case, to solve both of the problems, an automated system is required. Here's the workflow diagram given. I'm going to explain this. So in this workflow diagram, after starting, the tool will measure the temperature. If the temperature is it will measure whether the temperature is less than 5 degrees Celsius or greater than 5 degrees Celsius. If it's less than 5 degrees Celsius, it will show that it's too cold, so it will finish the work, I mean delay, as there is no need of any work. So it will start over, and then after sorting everything out, we'll measure the temperature again. After it will be greater than 5 degrees Celsius, we'll distance the water surface, we'll measure the distance to water surface from the ground. And if the water surface is like greater than 25 centimeter, uh, we'll measure it again whether it is less than 30 or greater than 30 centimeter. If it's less than 30, it will show the bucket is empty. It will wait for the water refilling. After that, it will start over again. And if it's greater than 30, it will show impossible, which is means either the bucket is missing or there is any other error, so it will finish the job and start over again. But if the distance is less than 25 centimeter, we'll check the soil moisture, whether it is okay or it's too low. If it's okay, then everything is fine, there is no need of watering, so it will finish the work and it will wait for starting over. And if the soil moisture is too low, then that means the soil is dry, then it will switch on the pump automatically. So as a result, it will start watering, and after finishing, it will finish the job. So that was basically the workflow diagram, explanation of workflow diagram. Then let's come to system design. There are, we used Arduino Uno, and with Arduino Uno we use some like temperature and humidity sensor, water level sensor, soil moisture sensor, Wi-Fi module, buzzer, servo motor, water pump, and RFID. Arduino motor is the reason we used Arduino Uno is it's higher in speed, it's a lot cheaper, than it has less complexity, and we can use it for R&D purpose and research, and it has low power consumption, so overall it's really user friendly. And temperature and humidity sensor, we will use it for measuring temperature and humidity and all, and water level sensors to measure the water level, soil moisture sensors to check whether the soil is moisturous enough or we'll have to water it or not. And the Wi-Fi module used here is ESP8266. This is a really standard water Wi-Fi module to use in any project, so that we can have the internet connection there properly. And after that, we use the buzzer so that we can be alerted. So through the buzzer we can be alerted, and we will get the sound if there is any issue. And the thing of servo motor is we could have used DC motor or stepper motor, but the stepper motor is really heavy and it's expensive. So for its being expensive, we cannot use it, and there are a lot of disadvantage of it. But DC motor is cheap, it's light, and it's really user friendly. So but there are some advantage of DC motor, like it's really the controlling of its speed is really tough. So if we use a gearbox in that, this can be prevented. So if we use a gearbox and a feedback system in that DC motor, it will turn into a basically in a servo motor. So with that we can use the servo motor. And then there is water pumping. We will add a water pump so that we can water the plants. And after that, the RFID, radio frequency identification. RFID radar is the device that transmits and receives data through radio waves using the connected antennas. It has been used to detect any unauthorized entry. So in conclusion, I'd like to say in Bangladesh, 63% people earns from agriculture, and the but only contributes 19.6% of GDP. That's because this inconsistency is the lack of automated agricultural system. We need to make the system budget friendly, user friendly, and make it more available so that farmers can use that and can contribute in our GDP more. Thank you for our presentation, and consider our situation, sir, and grade us with your generous ability. Thank you, sir. Assalamu alaikum.